few months ago, I have graduated from IT. Because I love stereotypes, I think time has come. In every IT guy's life, there comes a moment of realization that computer isn't just a bunch of wires and some kind of sand thingy that is thinking for them. It's something more. So today we're gonna build my own home lab, or at least try to. But first of all, we need to address the elephant in the room. We need to get dressed. Well, the outfit is done, so let's just bring the computers. And yes, I said computers because we need two for this project. Let me grab the first one. Done. We will take the SSD from this computer, 80, I think it's 80 gigabytes, and we will put it into the main computer. I will be needing you and you. Okay, so basically something bad happened and it may postpone my plans with this computer. Who knows how these things work? Will like bang their heads because I was in the basement for this computer and cannibalized this hard drive from another one. I have two of them. Yeah, the exact same ones. And I wanted to use them in a raid so that I have like a safe terabyte of storage. But I may have dropped one. I may have dropped the newer one I took from the basement, and maybe it won't work anymore. Also, it was super dusty, and I am fucking filthy right now. So I kinda hate myself. Anyways, what did I bring? This fucking heavy bastard weighs like 5,000 kilograms. It has got 24 gigabytes of RAM. Xeon W3680, I think, something like that. And it's an old server computer. So I will put the SSD in it, clean it up a bit, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens next. Okay, right now I'm trying to disassemble the computer. Well, take out the graphics card, and because of the old plastic tabs that is holding the graphics card, it kinda gave me a hard time. Anyways, there is the computer that I cannibalized the SSD from. Right now I'm trying to connect it to the computer with SATA cables and power cables. This is the hard drive that I will be using. This one is the one that works, I think. As you can see, I'm connecting the SATA and power cables also, because you need SATA cable to access the storage and power cable to run the disk. As you can see, both of the disks are in, and I'm just trying to tuck the power cables and SATA cables under the CPU cooler. This is the Quadro FX 580. It's a graphics card that I will be using just to access my monitor and to install Proxmox. The computer isn't gonna be using this graphics card at all in its use. Okay guys, I'm back after a few days because I was tired and went to sleep. Anyways, off camera I did like the rest of it, I discovered that the hard drive I got was broken. Yeah, the one I dropped. So I only have like 1 terabyte that isn't in RAID. It's a sole disk that's functioning as a NAS. But as you can see, it works. I have it like shared for like movies, and then my personal that's like behind password. Everyone in my family has got an account that they have, and yeah, thanks to that, they will have access to the shared and personal storage. As you can see, it's all grouped up, so everyone could see how much disk space it takes. Yeah, I have few movies that I illegally bought and ripped from the DVDs and Blu-rays onto the hard drive. Anyways, here is my Proxmox server. As you can see, I don't know why is it showing the unknown status. Yeah, as you can see, 24 gigabytes of RAM, 24 gigabytes of SSD space for the main part. This one is the NAS, 8 gigabytes of space, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 1 CPU, and then 4 CPUs for 4 CPU cores for the Minecraft server, 10 gigabytes of RAM, and yeah, 12 gigabytes of disk. Because you don't need much for these things. It works. That's just the thing that matters. When I was building it, I just plugged in the discs, plugged in the graphics card adapter thingy. I don't know if you can call it even a graphics card. Then I installed the Proxmox server from my USB stick. I just kind of followed the tutorial and the steps that like it showed. Big, nothing like out of the ordinary. Then I just like made these two CDs. I don't know why is it called CD. Don't ask me. I just followed a tutorial on the internet, and yeah, I made here a disc. Like I said, don't ask me. I know nothing about this. And then I made like this 25565 because that's the Minecraft port disk key, and you just like go here and log in. And yeah, it just works. I'm happy that it works. I don't have anything much to say. It's kind of good. I just use it right now as a NAS, and I will like try to host some modded Minecraft servers when I get a not private, public IPv4 address and address the internet and router and switch situation we have at home. But that's for another video. This is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I didn't give you much of an insight into the builds and installation and programming, because I think if you're watching this, you know more than me. Yeah, probably. Anyways, hope you have a nice day. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, so you won't miss another video like this. And I'll see you next time. Zip on there.